Hello everyone, Don here again with another update on the W.A.R Corsair project. This is the first update of the year 2020. Like I mentioned before in a previous video, I was just going to try and do the seat cushions over the winter while it's cold outside. See if this will focus in out here. As you can see, it's about 35 degrees today. I was trying to get this video made for yesterday, but I didn't get it finished up until today. So what I've got done here, as you can see, this is the seat back cushion. This is a flap that will go across the top, and then the headrest area is right here, and there'll be a small round pad here for the headrest. But this is the basic center section of the seat. I only went with an inch thick foam. This is a medium firm type high density foam. It's memory foam type material. So it's only an inch thick for the seat back. I'm 6'1", so I don't need to be pushed forward anymore. So you can see I got some pleating sewed into there. And I made this so it literally fits the whole seat back. This actually notches right around the top longerons on the fuselage. That's where the top thing is, and the canopy is just above it. So I got that all set in there. And what I'll probably do is either use snaps and screw and snap this right to the thing so it don't move, or some Velcro maybe. But that's the seat back. You can see it's all so. And this is a nice, heavy, durable material too. I was going to use automotive vinyl, but I saw this stuff instead, so I figured, hey, that's pretty rugged looking stuff. So I finished sewing that up, and there's the sewing machine I bought off of eBay. It's one of them Chinese industrial walking foot sewing machines. You can see the walking feet on this as it works. Right now they're in the up position. Nice thing about this one is it'll go up to 3/8 of an inch thick material. Works really nice. So Sailrite company sells an exact same thing with some refinements to it. Some of these add-ons on this, like this big flywheel, is a Sailrite accessory I bought and added, upgraded it to. They have another unit here that I want to upgrade to, and some other little subtle changes I made. I made this with the CNC out of some board. Okay, well here's the seat bottom. This is the physical part where you sit on it, and that's a piece of 2-inch thick foam, same tough memory foam. And then this is, as you can see, I incorporated the boot for going around the the joystick, and this is what matches that part there. Now this piece here gets hinged in the plane, so it folds up and down, and this is going to be also attached to it here in the corner, and this last 2 inches is what will literally sit on top of the spar, the main spar. So this will all get like snapped or something, so this thing can fold up and allow access underneath the stick. But the problem is, with the boot sewn into this, you can't slip this over the stick because of the grip on the top. So what I did is I incorporated a zipper in here. You can literally unzip this thing all the way up through and spread it, and then you can fold this open, lift the door, lift this panel, and get to the electrical components underneath. But the idea was I wanted this all sealed so stuff couldn't be dropped and fall down in around the controls and stuff and lose things. There is a slight gap along the sides here that I'll address later. The seat cushion is not as wide as this because that's all the bigger the foam was that I had, so I went with that, and it's plenty. So I'm going to go ahead and well, I just wanted to make a few other points about to make this seat. Some of the tools I used. This is a little pizza cutter from Walmart. Anybody sells those things. You need a seamstress tape. This is what they called basting tape. It's a double-sided sewable tape. What it does is you put it on, make a seam of this, and you can fold a lip over. That's basically what's done here. This is like a hem seam. There's no raw edges of fabric, so this folds over and folds back under, and there's a piece of that tape glues this together, top and bottom sheets, and then you sew it together, but you don't see the tape when it's all said and done. And the same thing around here, there's a piece of that tape all the way around here to hold it together while you sew it. It helps hold everything together. And anywhere you see there's a seam like this where it's overlapped here and here, get this out of my way, this stuff right here, there's a piece of that basting tape underneath that. And then inside of this, you can see it's a little puffy. That's what you called TS backed or sew foam. What it is just a 1/4 inch thick foam with a t-shirt type material on one side. You can get it in a double-sided too, but that's all that's inside of this stuff here. And also, when you sew this into the back side of the cloth here, you get this pleating effect. So this foam is sewed on the inside of this, and then the foam pad is inserted in there and then closed up with a closing stitch. And if you really want a good place for buying supplies, look up Sailrite. They sell all kinds of stuff for fabrics and things, and they sell these types of sewing machines as well. They call it, not the Fabricator. They have their own line of these sewing machines in here as well. But this place is listed, located in Indiana. Really nice, and they got great instructional videos on their YouTube site on how to do all this kind of stuff. Then this is another 3/8 basting, 1/2 inch basting, scissors of course, and then stapler. Stapler gun is used in place of pins and needles. In the old days when you were learning seamstress work, you would put needles in here, straight pins to hold this all together. Well, these things, you just go along and just staple it, and then it holds it all together. You sew it and you go back and pull the staples out. I saw that on a YouTube channel, I think it was like Chafello. It's a guy, he doesn't do any talking, he shows you how to do all this kind of leather work, doing leather upholstery on steering wheels, shifter knobs, everything, making reupholstering automotive seats, and he's where I got this idea from, using staplers. That's the cat's ass right there. So basically what I use to sew this all together. Alright, what I'll do now is I'll go out to the garage, I'll set these down in place, and I'll finish the video up out there. Be right back. Alright, I'm back now. I went ahead and tucked the seats down in place. As you can see, the cover, like I said, I made it so it fit right in here into the top. Tucks all the way back in underneath. This is the longeron, the top longeron. Fits down in there, matches up to the bottom of the plywood seat, follows the contours down around each side, as you can see here. Same thing on this side. Seat back, and then here's where the seat bottom sets in, where you physically sit. And then there you can see the stick with the cover. Now this will, again, up here you can see where this little flap fits right over the spar. I'll probably put snaps or something in the corners to hold this in place. And then of course the zipper, where I can unzip this, because once you go to pick up this whole seat assembly, once it hinges up out of the way, it's hitting a circuit breaker over here, but that's the general idea, concept. That boot could be a little bit. I made this boot intentionally large right here. And my idea is I'm going to wrap some foam in here, and that'll seal it up. I didn't want to try and sew this really small hole, because then it was going to make it real hard for the zipper. But I'll probably get some sticky foam and stick onto the stick or something and make this a snug fit, so this won't be loose. And it'll probably be tucked down a bit, give it enough room to move around. But that's basically the gist of the ideas for the seats. I do get a little pucker here, but once I get this all attached down, it should be okay. If I want, I can come in here and do some pleating sews on that, even like this, or something to kind of hold it. But I think once I get it attached down with some snaps and such, it should fit fine. But it's not bad. The fabric was only like 4 feet by 5 foot wide. It was only like $7 at Walmart. So, alright, well, that's going to be it for now. Just wanted to show you guys this as a little short update for the start of the season. My next thing is I need to start getting plexiglass and get the new windshield formed and reattached and get the canopy made, finish up the mold for that. And then once the weather gets warm, I can finish up my flaps, control surfaces, get that all tied in and done. So, as always, feel free to leave any comments, questions, or concerns of the videos, and I'll answer them as they come along. And hopefully the weather will turn quick around here. Like I said, it's only about 35 degrees today. Kind of a break in the weather. So that's going to do it for this time. As always, thanks everybody for taking time to watch my videos. This is Dino Don out.